can I tell you something, like that completely changed my life, because you are the villain, all right? You are the villain in somebody else's story. Not because you are basically a bad person or what, like, not because you have done something unforgivable, but because every story has a different perspective, okay? So the moment that you stop like saying yes to everyone, someone will call you like selfish and like the moment that you start protecting your peace, like someone will say that you have changed. The moment that you choose yourself, someone may believe that, oh, you have become the villain, and maybe, you know what, that's okay. That's okay, actually. Right? Because your purpose in life was like never meant to be liked by everyone else. Alright, well, what the hell is that? Is that inside? Okay, so it was to live with integrity. Alright, so today let's talk about why being misunderstood, might actually be a sign that you are finally growing. Okay, so you see, you can't be the hero like in everyone's story, right? Because think about every movie that you have ever watched. Every villain believes they are the hero. Every hero becomes the villain. Okay, and oh, sorry, I'm just sitting like this, okay? So every hero becomes the villain from someone else's perspective, right? Perspective changes everything. Maybe you ended the relationships. To you choose honesty, and to them you broke their heart. All right, maybe you left a toxic workplace. To you, you choose your mental health. To someone else, you were disloyal for some reason. Maybe you stopped lending money. All right, to you create a healthy boundaries. All right, and to another person that you become selfish. So the same action can create two completely different sides of story, and that is one of the hardest truth to accept. Okay, you don't control how people gonna like remember you. You only control how you live. Okay, by the way, my name is Aries, and thank you so much for clicking today's video. Yeah, and I'm your online BFF for today. Okay, thank you for staying until now. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue back to my hair is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the topic. All right, so yeah, so you see, good people also disappoints people too, right? Because many of us like grow up believing that that if we are kind enough, helpful enough, selfless enough, everyone will love you. Everyone loves us. But life doesn't work that way, okay? Like sometimes doing the right thing disappoints someone. Parents disappoint children. Children disappoint parents, Friends disappoint friends. Even the kindest people have to say no, right? So the problem is the people who benefit from your constant yes, often struggle with your first no, like not because you have like become cruel, but because like your boundaries changes the relationships. Because if someone only likes you when you are basically like sacrificing yourself, they don't actually like you. They like the version of you that was easiest to control and to be manipulated, right? So stop auditioning for a role that you will never win. Okay, like how much of your life like have you like spent trying to manage other people's opinion? Like maybe you have like stayed in silence because you didn't want a conflict, right? Because maybe you have hidden your dreams because you basically like fear judgment and all. Like maybe like you stay in healthy situations because you didn't want to disappoint anyone. But like, here's the truth, because there is no reward, right? There is no reward, okay, for being universal, like, am I right? No trophy for abandoning yourself, no prize for living a life that makes everyone comfortable except for you. So the more authentic that you become, okay, the more divided people's opinion will be. Some will admire you and some won't understand you. Some may even resent you, and that's okay. Because you weren't born to spend your entire life auditioning for other people's approval. Yeah. So you see, there's like the difference between being misunderstood and being harmful, you know, like. Now let's make this something clear, you know, like this message isn't a permissions, right? This message isn't a permission for us like to be rude, you know, like be a villain, you know, rude, to manipulate people and all, or to ignore accountability. If someone tells you that you have hurt them, listen, reflect, take responsibility where it's appropriate. Growth requires humility, but don't confuse accountability with people pleasing. Sometimes you have like genuinely like made a mistake, you know, like, and it's okay. Own it, apologize, learn from it, you know, because other times someone is upset simply because you chose yourself. Those are two very different situations. Wisdom is learning to tell the difference, you know, because, you know, like, one of the greatest form of a freedom, you know, I feel like is becoming comfortable with being misunderstood by other people. Not because you enjoy conflict, right? But because you understand that clarity doesn't guarantee agreement. You can explain yourself perfectly and someone may, you know, like still disagree with you. You can love people sincerely and they, you know, they may still walk away from you. You can have a good intentions and still be judged by other people. That's part of being human. Peace doesn't come from controlling other people's opinion. Peace only comes from knowing your value and living by them consistently. Alright, so let me wrap this up, a quick one. So if becoming like healthier, you know, like healthier means someone calls you selfish and all, let them, okay, who are they, okay, just let them. If setting a boundaries, you know, means someone calls you difficult to deal with, let them. If chasing your purpose means something that someone like misunderstand that your journey, let them. Who cares about it? Because your responsibility is not to control every people, you know, like your responsibility is to become someone you can respect when you look in the mirror. Okay, live honestly. Alright, love deeply, apologize when you are wrong, it's okay, stand firm when you are right, and understand this: being the villain in someone's story, right, doesn't automatically make you the villain. Sometimes it simply means that you stop abandoning yourself to keep everyone else comfortable, and that may be the bravest thing that you'll ever do. Yeah, that's it from me. Okay, thank you so much for watching until the end. Have a blessed day today. Bye.